Finally!
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead Houston, where it's all Houston all the time. Today, our Houston Texans finally got their first win of the season. And granted, it was against the Tennessee Titans, who are now 0-4 and look like arguably the worst team in football, along with the New Orleans Saints. The Houston Texans got themselves a W, a much-needed win. You could not go 0-4 heading to Baltimore. We got some news for the Baltimore game, but first let's get into this Tennessee Titans game, because to me it was a tale of two halves for CJ Stroud specifically, as well as this offense. Look, the first half looked very much like the Texans' regular 2024 offense heading into 2025, but Nick Caley at the helm. It was boring, it was anemic, and it was, well, lifeless is the best word I would say. The Houston Texans, couldn't do anything. But then the second half started. And when the second half started, it felt different and I think the best way to say this, different in terms of CJ Stroud specifically. The man went overall 22 for 28. He had 230 plus passing yards, 2 touchdowns for the day. This was his best game of the season and his best game in quite a few games, actually. I would say from the Chargers game in the playoff, but even before then, it's been a tough slew of games for CJ Stroud and this offense as a whole. The Houston Texans finally got themselves a touchdown in the red zone, and it was all thanks to the rookie running back, Woody Marks, getting 2 touchdowns today. Woody Marks out of USC, formerly Mississippi State, doing his thing, not only getting one for a reception, but also running it in as well. Woody Marks, man, the guy that was a rookie running back that the Houston Texans traded up for. I was very high on Woody Marks because I thought this was a guy that Nick Caley possibly sat out for and circled on his board for the Houston Texans to go get. I compared him a lot to James White because of his receiving ability. He had over 830 passing yards one year at Mississippi State. He had 600 and 500 and 400 passing yards with USC. We got to see that happen today. Less of Nick Chubb, more of Woody Marks, and I was ecstatic to see this. The second half, the Texans rushing was very, very good. Look, we could talk about this defense, but the defense is the defense. They're one of the best defenses in football, and they pitched a shutout today, and this was the first shutout for the Houston Texans since 2010. And damn it, the Tennessee Titans are ass. The Houston Texans did not look much better, but that second half gives me some hope to cling on to for this upcoming weekend against the dreaded Baltimore Ravens on the road, M&T Bank Stadium. They're going to be rocking and rolling in there. But we got some news to take a further look into. Look, I'm saying there's a chance. The Houston Texans are taking on the Ravens next week, and Lamar Jackson went down with a hamstring injury. I think Lamar Jackson is going to need the week off. That's just me. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section. Drop it down. How do you feel? Do you think Lamar Jackson should take next week off? Because I very much believe I will take a win in any way possible right now. The Houston Texans are 1-3. They cannot lose a lot of these games coming up right now. I know that's an easy answer to say. It's a Captain Obvious statement, but it's the total truth right here. The Houston Texans moved to 1-3. They look impressive in the second half, specifically the fourth quarter. They dropped 20-plus points in the game. We're excited. I'm excited, but I'm not going nuts about it either. This Texans offense should have been rocking and rolling from the beginning of the game, and they kept this Tennessee Titans team in the game for the majority of it, and it shouldn't even been this close. This team, the Tennessee Titans specifically, are, again, one of the worst teams in football, and the Texans just let them hang around for the majority of this game. There's still some cons to talk about as well. CJ Stroud missing the throw to Dalton Schultz. That would have been an easy walk-in touchdown. He had him wide open. You saw CJ Stroud talking about it upon himself. That, hey, I missed him, okay? But there's some surgical throws here from CJ Stroud in the second half. There's pocket presence in the second half, and we saw a glimmer of what rookie year CJ Stroud looked like. We saw a glimmer of it in that third, fourth quarter. We saw a great play to Nico Collins. We saw him staying in the pocket, pressure around him, but him not feeling that pressure and being confident enough to sling that ball and get us not only yards, but touchdowns as well, too. Woody Marks in the run game obviously played a huge factor factor into this, and the success of the run game ultimately helped the passing offense. Look, I'm not saying the Houston Texans should be jumping up for joy after they beat a sorry-ass Tennessee Titans team, but what I will say is they can get themselves a few hours of rest, but they better turn that shit right back around, because the Baltimore Ravens, even though they just lost to the Kansas City Chiefs, they are still a damn good football team, and it is not going to be easy with or without Lamar Jackson. We all know Harbaugh is a damn good coach, and he's going to have these guys ready so the way they don't lose, so they don't fall to 1-4. So the Houston Texans, big task next week. Lamar Jackson, who knows what his status is? Make sure you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. You will be getting an injury update on Lamar Jackson for our Houston Texans. Derek Stingley had himself an interception. Daniel Hunter has himself a few sacks. CJ Stroud gets you a glimmer of rookie year CJ, and damn it, is there hope moving forward to this Baltimore game? Let me know down in the comment section. You know I'll reply. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.